Hi and Assalamualaikum to my lecturer and my fellow friends. My name is Shazwani binti Ahmad Rozi and I am from CAFF 236 degree in Arts Management. So, this is a video presentation for Assessment 2 ELC 590. So, for today's presentation, I'm going to present about the causes and effects of sexual harassment. I will start my presentation by asking theoretical questions. Have you ever heard of the term called sexual harassment? Can you tell me any forms of sexual harassment that usually happen to both gender, whether woman or man? There are few forms of sexual harassment such as verbal, psychological, physical, and visual. Sexual harassment are including sexual assaults, requests for sexual favors, verbal harassment, which including dark jokes or double meaning jokes, unwanted sexual messages or photos, and much more. Today, I want to tell you a story based on my previous experience during working at a company in Kuala Lumpur. Back then, my former boss is an old man, aged around 60s, and I've heard negative stories of him doing sexual assaults from his own friend, surprisingly. Until today, I still remember that he's trying to touch me, trying to pat my back, and call me after working hours to ask me what I'm wearing, and always use double meaning jokes which makes me and my co-workers feel disgusting. Based on survey conducted by YouGov Omnibus in 2019, around 36% of Malaysian women have experienced sexual harassment. This survey sampled from 1,000 of Malaysians, and based on the survey, people who face harassment, only half, around 53%, told someone, which means close friend or family, about what the harassment. The most common form of sexual harassment experienced by Malaysian women is sexual assault, about 59%, followed by visual or verbal comments of a sexual nature, around 48%, flashing, 29%, and unwanted sexual live photography or videography, around 20%. So, do you know why sexual harassment or assault keep happening day by day? Causes of sexual harassment are actually because the sexual harasser lack of knowledge, empathy, awareness, especially about their abusive behavior that actually could give psychological effects to the victim. Parents especially should play their role in order to educate children and give awareness about sexual harassment, which could prevent their child from being a victim or a sexual harasser. For me, early education is very important to prevent this matter. Instead of that, sexual harassment keep happening because lack of law enforcement, especially in Malaysia, regarding to this matter. Sexual harassment is still considered as a taboo issue among Malaysian society. People still afraid and embarrassed to talk, speak, share, report, give opinions regarding to this matter. Family members or even close friends usually abandon the victim because they feel ashamed and afraid of the society around them. That's why the sexual harasser have a gut to do these things again and again. So, do you know what are the effects to the victim or sexual harasser? There are few effects of sexual harasser. Being sexual harassed can give big impact to psychological health. For example, victims will feel depressed, anxiety, shock, fear, confused, and much more. Some of them will choose to stay silent because they feel ashamed, scared, and also because of the negative stigma from the society. This could lead to physiological problems such as nightmares, headache, weight loss, and much more. Instead of that, victims who's being sexually harassed would feel demotivated and led to change in career goals, job, educational programs. Why? Because they don't want to meet the sexual harasser anymore. Next, sexual harassment could give impact to the sexual harasser also. If being caught practicing sexual harassment, such as loss of job or promotion, withdrawal from school or jail, and much more. In conclusion, from my opinion, everyone should play their role in order to stop and prevent sexual harassment, especially in our society. We should throw away the term of victim blaming culture if the sexual harassment happened. My advice to the victim or any individual, talk to someone that you trust, such as close friend, family, if you have been sexually harassed by someone, and always keep a written record of the incidents. Instead of that, avoid being alone with the harasser and always say stop or no to the harasser. I think that's all for my presentation today. Thank you for lending me your ears. Goodbye.